Good day and what upper? I am back after a long hiatus. So sorry I disappointed the many of my fans who have been lost without a Real Housewives vlog from me. Well, I've only gotten two tweets about it, so maybe it wasn't that many. But, you know. Anyway, so back to talk about the Real Housewives of Orange County. It premiered last night, and of course, as always, it did not disappoint. So just to jump right into it, what everybody wants to talk about is Vicky's new face. Um, so she has some work done. Apparently, from last season when Slade did his little comedy thing. She was very hurt and very offended by the remarks that he made, saying that she looked like Miss Piggy. Um, that was a little cruel. I don't know if it's Miss Piggy that she necessarily looked like. Um, I gave her probably that alien in that Alien versus Predator movie. I think she kind of looked like that. Not Miss Piggy, but that's not important. So she had a what a jaw no, not a jaw implant, a chin implant. Um she had a nose job done, so her nose won't be all pointed up and stuff like that. And she had some fat taken out of her sides and put into her cheeks, which I think it looks very good. At first, I was a little bit taken back when the show first came on because I was like, oh my gosh, somebody has messed up her face and she gonna look like Elsa from Real Housewives of Miami. But that's not the case. Apparently, when they started filming that season, she was like just a week or two out of surgery, so she was real bruised up and all her swelling hadn't gone down. But when she was on Watch What Happens Live last night, she looked a whole lot better. Not saying that she was just a completely tragic looking woman before, but I said before, when you're doing all that yelling and stuff like that, that's just not a good look. And so if she wants to continue doing that, she needs to numb up that face a little bit. But I do want to find out that surgery that she had, because if they're just removing fat from different parts of the body, I would like somebody to move this fat from my love handles and put it in my titties, because I would love some bigger boobs. So, Vicky, if you see this, even after I kind of insulted you a tad bit, please tweet me the number to your plastic surgeon, because I would like to get in contact with him. What else is going on with Vicky? So she says that she has broken up with Brooks. Now, all the other ladies are calling BS on this, and it looks like they still are seeing each other from the previews from the season upcoming. So I guess we will just have to watch what happens and see what's going on with that. I think she's still seeing him. I think she caught too much heat from the ladies on the show, from her kids about this man, and she just wanted to play a little bit of pretend time and say they're not dating. So whatever, I don't understand that. If you love somebody like that, you shouldn't be ashamed of him. Push his ass out into the forefront. That's just my views on it. Also, what else is going on with Vicky? Of course, she's still doing her insurance thing. But her daughter Brianna has had a little bundle of joy. So Vicky is now a grandmother, and he looks absolutely adorable. Um, so I'm sure we'll see more of Vicky transitioning into her grandmother role. And I think, yeah, Brianna and her husband have moved into Vicky's house, just because they want to save some money. And Vicky's staying in a big old house, and they might as well live up on their mama. I mean, I'm just saying, I would do it too and save all my nurse checks. But Don, her ex-husband, he did finally move out. I don't know where he is, but he ain't in the house no more. They didn't really talk too much about him. They just said he gone. So that's that. Next, we have Tamara. She has actually moved in with her fiance Eddie, who is fine as hell. But it looks like he could be a tad bit controlling, just from some of the stuff he was doing around the house. Clearly, this is a man that has never lived with kids in the house, so if you that kind of OCD Eddie and you want lights off and people to take shoes off and carry on, you got a lot to look forward to because children will tear your house up. I don't have any, but I've seen many people, many of my friends that have kids, and it looks like a disaster zone. Not saying it looks like my room or anything, but I'm just saying, there's walkers and toys and books and video games and all that just everywhere because you just lose control. You can't keep up with that when you just got all these kids running around. You just have to give up on something. So I don't know really how they're going to do, but it seems like they're okay for now. They have a little business going on, which Tamara, you're very smart and you own the majority of the business. So props to you on that. Um, I really does hope it work out for them though, because they're a very good looking couple together, and I like to see good looking people together. And I like for good looking people to have a whole bunch of sex. So they need to do that and maybe have some more kids if she can. Yeah, she should be able to. She's not that old. Yeah. Um, who else do we have? We have Gretchen. Slade finally got a job. So, if you're not familiar with who Slade is, which you should be if you're watching this in the first place, Slade is like the housewife banger. He has like been with 3 or 4 different housewives, but him and Gretchen seem like they're in it for the long haul. So he finally got up off his butt, got a job because Gretchen said that she is not gonna marry him with all that debt that he has, and he needs to start paying that off and pay his child support and things. So maybe he is gonna do right by her, finally do right by his kids, and become a great working American man, and they can just live long and have a happy relationship together. I think Slade is really fine. Um, so, I'll work with him too. I'm just saying, I like, the kind of scruffy looking. That just turns me on. Urgh. Anyway, what else do we have? I'm really trying to talk about Alexis last because I don't want to talk about her at all. So we have Heather. She's still rich. She's still a classy white woman, and she is still happily married to her husband Terry. They're still throwing grand events and things, and her face still looks tight. So, yay for them. She really don't do too much, do she? I guess not. Then we have Alexis ass. Alexis has came back this season with a shorter haircut, better known as she took her weave out. She probably can't afford the weave because they are not as well off as they claim to be. I mean, yes, they have more money than I do, but for her to be saying they got BMWs and Bentleys and all them things, all them different cars, they're not that well off. All of that stuff is probably leased or borrowed from their mamas, their friends, or whoever else is willing to give up a nice car for filming purposes. But she claims that she has pulled back from her career. Really, her controlling husband, Jim, told, let me not get on that name. Her controlling husband, Jim, has probably just told her she cannot do all of that stuff and be trying to raise their kids and things. But with these reality folks, when the husband or the other spouse gets controlling and really don't want them to put themselves out there that much, I kind of think that they're hiding something. Um, and I don't know what it is with this couple, but something is not right. It has not been right. I don't know if they're swingers, they in the S&M. She might pee on him. I really don't know. But it's just something, they're too phony. They're too phony. They're too phony. And when you're too phony, you're trying to cover up something. You see, I'm shaking these bangs because I'm passionate about it. But I don't know. So Heather later in the episode, she throws a little get together, which she did not invite Alexis to. I don't blame her because she don't like her. Why she gonna invite her to it? What else has happened? I mean, I guess really that was about it. this episode. Let me think for a minute. Yeah, I think that was it. So I don't have anything else to talk about. But I will try my best to keep up with the Orange County Housewives because it does seem like they're going to be very entertaining, even though they don't show no emotions because their faces do not move because overuse of Botox. So just bear with me. I'll try to do what I do. Y'all know I'm a working actress. So I get caught up in musical theater and it steals a lot of my time in between the job. So I'll do my best to stay hip to what's going on. And I will chat with you next time. Good day. Stop.